Hi everyone, this is Attorney Lillian, and I am here today with your Tuesday tip. Now, the first way, and the most popular way, and also one of the easier ways to get a green card after you overstay is through a family-based petition. So having a family member file for you. Now, here's the kicker. So it's not just having a family member file for you, it's having specific family members file for you. So you must be an immediate relative of a U.S. citizen. Okay, so not just that you are, the cousin of someone, or that, your husband is a permanent resident. That wouldn't work, right? The person, one, must be a U.S. citizen, and two, you must be their immediate relative. And immediate relative for USCIS purposes is parents, spouses, and children under 21 that are unmarried. If you are in that situation where you have overstayed and you just happen to be married to a U.S. citizen, if you didn't know, now you know that you can get a green card through your spouse even though you overstayed. Okay, that is one of the benefits of being a U.S. citizen, right? Is that you can file for your relatives, and that specific requirement. So when you're filing for a green card, typically you are required to be in valid status. So you're supposed to be, in the US legally and have a status before you can file for a green card. However, US citizens are able to file for their immediate relatives without that requirement, right? That requirement gets waived for immediate relatives of US citizens. Okay? So for parents that overstay their visa and have U.S. citizen children, your child can file for you once they turn 21. Okay, they must be 21 before they can file for you. I know there's this whole thing about 18. No. When it comes to filing an immigrant petition, filing for green card for a parent must be 21. If you're just, if it's a spouse, that's a different age requirement. But for parents, must be 21 before you can file for your parents. Okay? A U visa is for people that are victims of certain crimes in the U.S. and that have helped law enforcement or prosecutors in prosecuting the crime. When you fit into that requirement, and you're able to get a certification from either the police department, the prosecutor, the judge, somebody that is in law enforcement, and they are able to complete the certification for you, you are then able to apply for a U visa. It's taken quite some time to get to a green card. So because you have your U visa approved, and then you have to wait 3 years before you can apply for the green card. So it's really important that you know that a U visa is not a quick fix, okay? If anyone is selling you a U visa and telling you that, this is the quick fix, that's a lie. Okay? But just know, if you overstay your visa, your options get very limited, okay? That's something everyone should know from the jump. Once you overstay your visa, your options get very, very limited. So let's say you came to the US, you didn't overstay your visa yet, your options are wide open, right? If you're still in valid status, your options are wide open. You can apply for employment-based visas, family-based, all of that, all of them, right? But once you overstay, your options get very, very limited. So I wanted to basically tell you what those options are that are still available to you. It may not be, your first thing to go for, but I still want to make sure you know what those options are. So VAWA is for victims of abuse on the hands of a U.S. citizen or permanent resident spouse, child, or parent. So with VAWA, you're able to apply for VAWA, a green card, and work authorization. And this is even if your spouse is a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. Okay, so if you're married to a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, VAWA will waive the fact that you overstayed. Okay, VAWA will waive the fact that you overstayed. Okay, so these are things that will waive your overstay and allow you to eventually get your green card. All right, asylum. So most people know or have heard of asylum. So basically, asylum is for people that have been persecuted in their home country or fear that they will be persecuted in the future in their home country. It has to be based on the specific things. So like religion, sexual orientation, political opinion, which is a big one. So when it comes to that, you really need to make the decision. So once you overstay, you need to decide quickly if you are going to apply for VAWA or not, apply for asylum or not. Because asylum, that's the tricky part. So with asylum, you have a year from the time you enter the US to apply for asylum. Okay, so that is your tip for today. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. And if you like this video, go ahead and share it. If you know someone who needs to hear this, go ahead and share the video with them. If you like what I'm talking about, like the video. And if you're watching in a place that you can subscribe and you do not want to miss any of my uploads, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And I am Lilian Chukura. I am the lawyer and owner of Lillylegal, where we help our clients get status for themselves and for their family using the U.S. immigration law system. Thank you. Bye.